All right, we are live. Sorry, everyone, it took so long, but there really is nobody around to be jumping into the after party. And but I managed to find my friend Pikachu here, and of course BBA, who's going by the name of Deserter of God.
Oh, is it still that? Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Because that's my gaming channel name, and I didn't realize it was still put as that.
That's your gaming. Oh yeah, because it almost looks like it says "of glove." You know, like those "of gloves" that they sell.
Yeah. Well, the OV spelling of is kind of taken off of Behemoth, so.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
The band.
Very cool.
That's how they spell it.
And if you guys hear a mutt barking, it's all Pikachu's fault.
Yeah.
He beats his animals.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Now you're in a different location than you normally are. I don't see any bottles of booze behind you on a shelf anywhere. So.
No, I got this Frost Top root beer cream soda thing.
Never heard of it.
Fake.
But sounds
this
good.
is a fake beer.
Fake beer. It's fake beer. It's okay. I'm covering us both. I got the real stuff right here.
Mm-hmm.
What you said?
I said, well, I'll cover us both. I got the real stuff right here.
Well, you ain't got that Corona shit, don't you?
Fuck no, dude. Corona. Who the fuck drinks that crap? It's garbage.
I'm just playing with you, man.
Locally made. We have a region in BC called the Caribou. And this is made, actually, it's not actually, well, it is because the Caribou actually touches Alberta. It's made in Alberta. And this is a blonde ale, which I decided to go with today. Plus, it was only $20 for the 15 pack, so it's nice and cheap.
Yeah. Well, we were just talking about a little bit about schizophrenia and a little bit about Dr. Marlene Winnell.
Yes.
And how trying to get a schedule appointment with Dr. Marlene Winnell to talk about how schizophrenia and religious trauma may have some well, effects on the psychosis.
Triggered, right? It could be triggered.
Yeah, on the trigger. It could trigger the psychosis and so forth.
Yeah.
And there was some evidence that is obviously been released. Well, it's not been released, but there's people were discovering on the internet, but channels and so forth, that the IOP programs, when you combine a change within the IOP programs, when you combine the change on YouTube, I meant to say, using the IOP programs and the stuff they teach in the IOP programs, when you do a change on the algorithm and you change your environment within YouTube on the thing, it changes the algorithm. And what happens is, what I'm discovering now is that this causes, over time, the algorithm, it may cause the algorithm to actually work with the IOP recovery process if you're doing it properly with the IOP recovery thing.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is, over time, that causes the when you do that change, the algorithm, because of the way it's set up on YouTube, will eventually strip away all the beliefs that were triggering the psychosis.
Oh, okay.
But the problem is, damn fucking shithead Susan Wojcicki is holding the algorithm, the algorithm, all the papers on the algorithm and how they work with a fucking iron fist, in not releasing them to the APA so they can actually do whatever the research and shit on how the algorithm works and how this and that to effectively teach their therapist to figure out how to do internet de-radicalization and so forth to their therapist and so forth.
What does that even mean? What the hell is internet
de-radicalization? using the algorithm to de-radicalize people who have been, people have been radicalized by the algorithm itself because they didn't have the capabilities to figure out to make that change. You know what I mean? So some of the things that would be necessary to some of the things that you would learn in the IOP program. What I'm saying is that those things, when combined with the algorithm, when combined and working correctly in concession with how should I say, when combined with what is it, when you have what they teach in the IOP program, and then you have the algorithm, right? And then you have them teaching you how to change the atmosphere, like change your friends and all of this and that, and then change what you're doing. Then, like I said, it effectively changes the algorithm. And then because you're changing your friends, and your friends keep you in that line of stuff, it effectively keeps the algorithm in that line of area, which makes it to where the algorithm itself starts to play in line with the IOP program.
Yeah, what exactly is this IOP program?
Intensive outpatient care. Intensive outpatient therapy. It's part of mental health treatment.
Okay. All right. So I don't understand how there's an algorithm involved there.
Well, the algorithm is on YouTube. It's on the internet.
Okay.
So it's using the internet itself and combining that, using that effect on the internet, just changing your friends and your stuff on the internet, and then getting the internet to work with the IOP,
How would they do that?
stuff. Well, that's what I was talking about. That's why they need to get Susan Wojcicki and some of those big corporate bigwigs at some companies like that own these what is it, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, that have these big algorithms and stuff to release. Let me deal with my other dog. to release the information so they can start the process of R&D. They can start the R&D process and start trying to do trying to do research on how they can actually get the algorithm to do what I'm saying,
So what you're saying is they want to, like, for outpatients, they want to somehow get triggers into the algorithm for these places, so that when you're looking.
No. It's okay.
I don't think I'm following.
What it is, it's hard for me to explain because of the whatever. But basically, what it is that you're getting the IOP program and what they teach in the IOP program.
Okay, because when you say program, I'm thinking of a computer program.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what they teach in the mental health system.
Right. Okay.
What they train you for in the mental health system when you're going through recovery.
Okay.
And when they train you for recovery, to change your friends and to change your environment and so forth.
Are these suggestions to come through that program?
No, this is what they go through in intensive outpatient stuff. along with the cognitive behavioral therapy.
Yeah, but do they want you to change your friends? Do they?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's part of the process, because when your friends are when the people that you know are the cause of your psychosis,
Oh, okay.
they want you to change.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
So not your everyday,
So
just people
not you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about you guys, because you guys are after the change. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I'm talking about is that when you go through the process of recovery, they teach you, they train you, I meant to say, in saying that, okay, you know, what caused you to have that psychosis, you have to get rid of it.
Okay. If that's possible.
Yeah, you have to try to get rid of it. And usually it's without getting
We're
rid
talking
of...
about a trigger of some kind, right?
Get rid of the whatever. And this includes people, you know, other or whatever, anything that may cause the psychosis, so to speak. So when they can get that change, so they talk about it on the air, they talk about doing the change with the patients to do it on the internet, to get that change to how should I say, to basically, you know, fix it to where it gets rid of anything that, you know, how should I say, helps them get rid of, to get the internet to help them get rid of the psychosis. Then it works. You know what I mean?
How do you get the internet? How do you get the internet to get rid of something like that?
You have to change your environment on the internet.
Oh, I see. So, like, if you have a Facebook page that's filled with toxic people, you want to get rid of that one.
Yeah, if you're filled with toxic people, you change all that.
Right.
Like if you're watching, you know how on YouTube, like when you upload on YouTube, like you watch, say like Alex Jones, and then it sends you a video of Mark Dice and this and this and this.
Yep.
What you do is you say, okay, I don't want to watch I don't want to watch Alex Jones anymore. Well, now I want to watch Neil 604 Atheist, and then it moves to, and then all of a sudden it moves to Telltale Atheist, and then it moves to, you know, so forth and so forth.
Because there's keywords in there that
it's keywords and it's all that, and it's linking those keywords to different, you know. You know how the algorithm and all that sort of stuff works.
Yes, I do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
it'll start suggesting stuff in line with what you search for. Yeah.
And it's not just that; it's linking the keywords in specific videos to other videos and stuff like that. You know?
Yep.
The whole system of that whole shebang like that.
Yep.
And the problem is with the people at the APA, it's fucking 60-year-old guys who don't know how to fucking press the A button on the computer, so to speak. So the 60-year-old doctors in psychology that know everything about schizophrenia and everything, but
nothing about
computers. Goddamn thing about computers.
How does this goddamn thing work here?
You know what I'm saying? So if they can actually start working on that sort of stuff, getting somebody like Susan Wojcicki to get out there and fucking release the keys to the fucking vault on how the algorithm works.
Oh, you don't need her to do that.
Or there are
YouTube videos that literally tell you how they work.
Yeah, but if you can get them to start working together, then what will happen is that they can start putting government money, billions of dollars in government money and funding and all that shit like that into R&D, into figuring out how to get the algorithm to work with the IOP process and the internet stuff to work with the IOP process.
It's a pro tip for you.
Yeah.
Copy the tags and put them in the metadata.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. But I've heard that actually YouTube is kind of moving away
it's
from the tagging.
hostile.
It's moving away from the tagging.
Yeah. It's basically like this. The people at the APA don't trust a goddamn thing on YouTube at all, and they don't know a damn thing about the whole.
There's
fucking
shit you can
thing.
trust, and there's shit you shouldn't.
No, it's not that they don't trust. They don't trust the platform. Period.
Okay.
And they don't know a goddamn thing about it.
Well, it's not really a resource for anything.
It's not really a resource for anything, but they don't know anything about it
For
to
entertainment.
be able to know how to effectively use these sort of things to do what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I get you. See what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
yeah, I'm kind of crazy.
Well, that's
But,
one
I
of the
mean,
things we like about you.
I understand the whole situation where you have people with mental disabilities who who are not in the right mindset and shouldn't be on the internet. I understand that.
Sure.
But that's true. They shouldn't be. And that's the reason. That's probably a major reason why they don't trust it.
They could be in places where they're not going to be bothered by things.
Yeah. But you're talking about shit that is fucking 60 years out of date, and you got guys that are fucking old as hell, that doctors that are old as hell that don't know, that don't know ape shit about anything, I mean, they don't even, some of them, it's like they don't know how to use a cell phone, let alone, how to upload a YouTube video.
I was like, my mom. My mom's one of those.
Actually, we run into that at the hospital all the time, where guys that don't know how to fucking work the computer system, so like they fuck up the orders. People are getting admitted, and nobody knows where they're supposed to go, and they're just like, I don't know what to do, and it's like crazy.
This is what I picture. Yeah. What is this goddamn contraption? that's what I picture.
It's like this. They got these new like in Japan.
I just took a picture of myself. I don't even know how.
Yeah. Neil's going off. They got these new computers that are coming out in Japan that can be able to scan the brain, and what it can do is it can recreate the thoughts and images that a patient or something that like a schizophrenic patient has. It can recreate their images and their thoughts and images or whatever.
You mean like when they hook up all
in the computer?
Yeah, I've seen some of that.
Yeah,
little electrodes.
They can recreate. No, the computer can regenerate the image in the computer screen.
Right, from your mind.
Image that they're thinking on their mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got shithead doctors that don't know how to fucking use a phone, so to speak, that are operating the damn thing.
Well, you see, they spent all their money in medical school rather than computing school. So, but you got to think these guys do know a lot about some technology, because there's some there's some great technology in there.
Well, it's amazing because if they can produce that technology and they can put that out in the market in the United States, then especially one that can do audio sort of stuff, then they can get that out.
Check Amazon.
If they can get that out into the hospitals, like they had that out now, they would be able to diagnose that are in elementary school.
They actually have that shit here
they had
at UBC, at our UBC.
Before they have the, they would be able to diagnose way before they were, way before they were sent, way before they got 18, 16, 17 years old. And they're starting thinking, oh, the moon is blue and the earth is going to blow up. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? How some of us schizophrenics are when we're not in the right mindset. You know what I'm saying? So that's the point. That's the point when they have that technology that's out at the proper that's out that can do that, and they're doing it to school children. They're diagnosing it that early on, then it can actually prevent children from, when they get 16, 17 years old, it can prevent them from being sent to the mental institution.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because do you know of anything like that
before that happens?
Hang on, let's ask Duke. Duke, have you heard of anything like that is coming into play? Not
particularly, no. But you have to remember, I deal almost exclusively with emergency room.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, like, I deal with, like, what I deal with on a daily basis is stemming and stopping people from losing life and limb. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, like, we've got technologies in place that help us do that. I would say one of the most important ones we have going right now are like the COPD orders, where doctors are sending orders through electronically instead of writing them. Right? Because one of the biggest things that we run into is when a doctor hand writes orders, we can't read them.
Yep.
So we're stuck with trying to figure out what the fuck they're saying, you know, and that gets really not just arduous, but dangerous, because like if I'm admitting a patient and we can't read anything on this entire fucking page, it's like, how do you know what to do? You know, so what, you know, we've already moved at my hospital to 100% electronic pharmacy orders, to where pharmacy orders are no longer handed out handwritten or to where you can take them. They're sent electronically.
I think most of them are nowadays anyways, I believe.
Yeah.
All I got to do is go to Walmart and they'll call my doctor and say, oh yeah, release more.
See, what my problem was earlier was that I had a family member that was with, because the medications are a little off and I need to discuss with my doctor about fixing them. So we're facing the insomnia sort of stuff that's going on, and we're trying to get that straightened out. So that's basically what's happening. And my family doesn't quite understand directly what's going on. And it's kind of like, it's very, very difficult trying to understand what's trying to explain to them, so to speak. So when it comes across, when they say that, do you need this? Do you need that? It's like, it's like, to me, it's coming across like, do you need to go to the emergency room? And then when I hear that, I'm like, when I hear them say that, do you need help? It's coming across that, do you need to go to the emergency room? And I'm automatically knowing that the moment you go to the emergency room, because I know I have ASD as well, and ASD can be affected by the schizophrenia and etc. So if I know that ASD, if it's the ASD that's affecting that may be problematic with the insomnia or whatever, and we're talking about going to the hospital for the ASD. The problem is, once they look on that chart and they see you have schizophrenia, every little peep that comes out of your mouth is either a lie or a delusion. Period.
Well, I think that depends kind of on who you're dealing with, because like,
of course,
we treat at my hospital, we treat mental health very seriously. Hey, are you doing okay, Pikachu?
I'm doing fine.
Okay.
When you say ASD, you're talking about autistic spectrum disorder, sort of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just I need to. It's good to have friends to vent to, and stuff about these sort of things.
Absolutely. Sure.
Even before, like, it's good to have friends to vent this to before you go into like a group therapy session, because the
like
group
a way of
therapy
collecting your
session,
thoughts, right?
well, because in the group therapy session, like what happens is that everybody is talking about their problems and stuff, and they're not nobody's going into happy thoughts and so forth as easily. So what happens is when you come up with your problems and so forth, they escalate. You know what I'm saying? And it can get bad very, very quickly if you're angry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're dealing with anger issues over family or this and that, and you can get into real big problems with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the therapy would start causing problems. You know what I'm saying? So having a friend group to go to vent this to before you go to group therapy to discuss how to address the issue later is probably one of the best things to do, you know, before you can, you know, do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It helps you collect your thoughts. It helps with a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
You know, you've got a peer support, right? And that's what we are.
Yeah.
Well, minus me.
But you're just playing video games. Just keep.
Well, he's a video game nerd. He's got the coronavirus too.
Yeah, probably. He's beating up on it on the internet.
I got a question for Duke. Like, how crazy are they going at your hospital with the coronavirus shit?
Yeah, not too terrible. We're basically asking the same questions. Like, have you been out of the country? Have you been around somebody who's been out of the country? Have you been around somebody that's been diagnosed with the coronavirus? Anybody that comes in coughing or showing symptoms gets a mask. But we're not being too hyperbolic about it, all things considered.
See, the only problem is that it's usually the psychiatric hospitals that go crazy when this shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, the general public,
you know what I'm saying?
The general public here is going absolutely batshit crazy. You can't. There's no fucking hand sanitizer left in any stores. Like,
oh God, yeah. But you
it's an interesting thing because you want to ask them, were you not sanitizing your hands before?
Mm-hmm. But like I lived through Katrina and all that shit, and you should have seen like down here in New Orleans how bad shit crazy it fucking was when everybody was evacuating for that storm. Like, oh my God.
Well, yeah. Well, no, I'm in Florida, so like every time
going, you know, oh my God, dude.
Yeah, every time there's a hurricane, you can't buy water, you can't buy fuel, you can't buy anything. Like they sell out.
Yeah, all the shelves are empty. Paper shortage here. Apparently, it's all over North America, though.
Yeah. Dude, the gas station around by my house had a fucking line like going down both the gas stations around my house had fucking lines going down the street that day before the evacuation started. And same thing with, you know, all the other stuff. And
that's what you need right there.
Interstate,
this is the cure-all right here.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, that's what you need when you're. That's what you need.
I have a theory.
Hey, I got something funny for Neil. I got something funny for Neil. When you're evacuating for that shit, when you're down in the South and you're evacuating, you know what's the funny thing? We were evacuating, and one of the cars in front of us, there was two people having sex in the car. Having sex in the fucking car.
Well, sure, why not? I was conceived in a vehicle.
Having sex in the fucking car during evacuation for a fucking hurricane.
Why were you sitting on the side of the road not going anywhere? Fuck yeah. Hey, you want to do it? Yeah, let's do it. We're not going anywhere.
Well, yeah. You know, I have a theory that Hurricane Katrina happened because of James Blunt.
It's just, I don't know.
The song "You're Beautiful." The song "You're Beautiful" came out in April of that year, and Katrina happened in August of that year.
Yeah.
See, so because God is omnipresent, he has to be everywhere all the time. That means for those fucking 3 months, he had to hear that shitty fucking song all the fucking time. And God...
So, fuck this, sending that shit over there.
Right.
Yeah.
So God was like, I'm going to fucking kill them all. And Jesus was like, no, not all of them. Just New Orleans.
Yeah, just New Orleans. The debaucherous town that it is.
Well,
can I say something real quick? Just jump in. Zach, I watched your vocal cover. It was fantastic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really liked it. It was really good.
I thought my volume could have been a lot louder.
That's what we always think, isn't it?
But
yeah, I'm a bass dude. I'm a bass player. That reverberates in my soul.
Hey guys, can I ask a question though? What do you guys think about that Caitlin Bennett shit?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah,
you don't know who Caitlin Bennett is?
Nope.
Oh my god, dude.
James Blount?
Oh my god.
I think you got the wrong guy, Rory.
You guys got to go see who Caitlin Bennett is. I'm telling you.
No.
She's fucking crazy, dude. No. She's she is this person who used to work for InfoWars. Now she does this thing called Liberty Hangout, right? And she goes around harassing people at universities.
Wait, is she the one with the curly hair?
And she got the curly hair, yeah. And she was
she's a fucking going around job, dude.
Yeah,
what are you even doing watching her?
No, I wasn't watching her. I was watching the people critiquing her and so forth. You know what I'm saying? And laughing at her ass. And then she went to a fucking university, and then everybody was protesting her and everything, and they were like throwing shit on her and all that crap. It was so fucking funny because at other places she went to, because I watched like Hassan Piker and all that and so forth, like on Twitch and all that. And I seen like Hassan Piker's stream of her, being a piece of shit, like not knowing a goddamn thing about socialism and communism and all that shit. And then just being, a piece of crap and all. And then
she probably believes specific things about communism that she's been told to her, not what the actual original communism was supposed to be. Like if you go to a kibbutz in Israel, that's communism the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and the thing is that this is what she went to university and she's asking about tampons in a men's bathroom.
It's not like they have dispensers in there. They might have condoms. The funniest thing I've ever seen is a condom machine in a bathroom at a bar I went to that said, "This is absolutely the worst gum I've ever had."
Yeah. That's classic.
Yeah.
It's classic. I like
she's a nut job, dude.
I love those. I love those bathroom fucking.
Yeah, she is a nut.
I remember I was taking a road trip across the country from Texas to fucking Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And I had just a buttload of change in my pocket.
It's not across the country.
It's halfway across the fucking country, dude.
Yeah, almost.
No, not almost. It is literally from Fort Worth, Texas to fucking Jacksonville. It's like halfway across the country, dude.
Yeah, all right. I'll go with that, sure.
So we stopped in at a fucking road stop, and I had all this change in my pocket. I went to the bathroom, and there was condoms. No, I didn't buy a condom. There was this whole plethora of things you could buy, and
like
one
cologne
of them,
and shit.
One of them was a little booklet that had like all of the fucking sex positions.
I've seen those, dude. Those are great.
That you could think of. I was like fucking.
You can do that?
I was 10 years old. And the thing is, we were traveling across the country, and one of the vehicles we were riding in was this Nissan pickup truck that had a cover across the back and a mattress in the back, and that's where I was. So I was completely isolated from everybody. So I bought this little fucking book and wanked it nonstop. From one side of America to the other.
Woohoo! Doing America in style, bitches.
God.
It was fantastic. It was fan-fucking-tastic.
Were you trying to like reproduce the positions as you were whacking it off, or
Hell yeah!
You're hearing them. All right, now you put like imaginary person. Yeah, here we go. All right, that works.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, it's the sex in the car during the middle of a fucking hurricane.
Right. That's right. Dude, don't ever fucking underestimate sex in a car. One time my second wife and I, we used to drive up from Charleston to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina to drop my kid off with my first wife. We were on our way back and we like pulled over in the parking lot of somebody's house and fucked.
Hubba hubba.
Because why not? You know what I mean? I was just like, pull over, pull into this driveway, we're doing this.
That's when you need the cans of black spray paint so you can spray it over their windows so they can't see you.
I'm pretty sure somebody saw us, but I don't know. I've done some crazy shit in my life. I don't know if you know this about me, but I've done some wacky fucking shit.
Yeah, I've heard a few things that you've done before. So yeah.
Did I ever tell you guys a story about the time that my buddy and I were trying to get these girls to take their tops off? So we went to a jacuzzi. To tell you that story?
I don't think so.
Okay, so his buddy Sean of mine and I were in his Bronco. We had these two good-looking girls with us. And we had our buddy Joshua Houston Spears. He's passed now. He died.
He's just like, I don't care.
He died. So my buddy Sean was like, dude, these chicks are totally fucking hot and they're into us. We got to find a way to fucking hook it up, right? I was like, well, let's go get a jacuzzi, right? There's one at my fucking apartment complex. We could just go get in that. And he was like, no, you know what? That's a great idea, but I know another one that I go to all the time. I've been there like 15 times. Never have a problem. It's going to be great. And I was like, well, but there's one at my apartment, dude. Like, I live there. And he's like, no, it's going to be great. So we go to this fucking other apartment complex. Now, my buddy Joshua Spears hated the police more than he hated anything in the world. And he was a fucking drunk. At 18 years old, he would be passed out drunk all the fucking time. So that night, he had drank like 2/5 of Wild Irish Rose wine and was passed out in the front fucking seat. We pull into this apartment complex, and we get the girls over there. We get into the jacuzzi. Everything is going swimmingly. It's fucking great. And we look up, and there's this fucking cop pulling by real slow, looking straight at us. And it's like this fucking old cowboy fucking Texas cop. So we get out of the fucking jacuzzi and we're trying to get back to the fucking Bronco before the cop gets to the Bronco. Because if the cop gets to Josh before we get to the cop, we're all going to fucking jail. There's just no fucking question. Because Joshua does not give a shit. So we round the corner just as this cop's walking up and shining his light on Josh's face, and Josh is laying across the whole front seat of the Bronco with his head propped up backwards out of the window. The cop walks up, puts his light in Josh's face, and says, "What's wrong with you, boy?" And Josh jumps up and grabs the fucking cop's titties and starts going booga 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 booga. So we're just like, okay, that's that. You know, we're getting arrested. That's all there is to it. This cop walks over us right now. Like, this cop is like, it is early 40s. He's got a pompadour. He's like 6'5". He's wearing cowboy boots. Like, he's like the picture of what you would expect a fucking Texas Marshal to look like, right? He walks up. He shines the light in my buddy Sean's face. And he says, "What's wrong with that boy?" And Sean, in a moment of pure brilliance, goes, "Oh, that's my brother. He's retarded."
Oh.
My mother makes me take him everywhere we go because he shits all over the house. And this cop changed from like beet red to like white. He just looked at us like he didn't know what he didn't know what the fuck to say. He's looking at us. He's looking at him. He's looking at us. He's looking at him. He looks back at us and he goes, "Well, goddamn, son, take him home."
Sounds like a southern cop.
You can't be out here at 3 o'clock in the goddamn morning with this mongoloid fucking
mongoloid. Did he really?
Yeah, he said that. This mongoloid in the car doesn't know where the fuck he is. Like, good God, son. And so we got off. We didn't even get a ticket.
Hey, Neil. Yeah, hold up. Hey, Neil, how do you share photos on the screen?
I think you have to share screen. The option down below, share screen.
Okay.
And whatever you got, I think it works best if you've got 2 screens, right? That's the way it works best. I don't myself, so I've learned that I have to suddenly just disappear. Okay, there you go. So, what do you want to show? Because right now, all I see is us.
I have something that I DM'd you that I wanted to show, but I can't get it to do because my computer's not sharing. I don't have the second screen set up. It's a meme.
I'll share it. Give me a second.
For on there.
I'll share it. I see. I've got it. I'll share it for a second.
It's on your DMs.
Yep. And then a little window will come up and it'll say application Windows. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
And then, oh no, that's not it. Sorry. All right. Wrong one. I hit the wrong button. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. There we go. So there it is. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm excited to be schizophrenic. I'm excited to be bipolar. I'm excited to be ASD. I'm excited to be ADD. And you better believe goddamn well I'm excited to be handicapped. I wear my disabilities like a badge of honor. Pikachu, the gay atheist. All right. Wow, you've got your own quote. Look at this shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Right. Hell yeah. That's like Duke's Razor. Duke's Razor is it. If the answer can be titties, it should be titties.
There you go, right there. Look at that. We've already got feedback.
That's what they tell you.
Right there.
That's what they tell you. Also, too, in recovery, when you're recovering from things like schizophrenia, is that you got to be accepting of yourself, who you are, and all those things like that. You know, your disabilities, etc., and all that stuff.
It's who you are. It's who you are. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
I don't give a fuck about anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just that's the most important thing to your recovery. Your recovery. You know what I'm saying?
Self-acceptance. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hey guys, I just had something come up. I have to jump out. I love you guys.
All right, buddy.
All right.
We'll see you soon.
All right, buddy.
Jen, welcome. No, you're muted, dude. You're muted. Son bitch, you're muted. Try now. Nope. Must be. Do you have a mute like I do on mine?
Oh.
Okay, try now. He's putting a condom on. She's putting a condom on the microphone, guys. Or she's gonna come. She's gonna revamp and come back in. All right.
Yeah.
I really liked that that thing that you did there. Nothing. Come on, girl, get it right. What's wrong with you? I like your bandana choice, by the way. It's kind of like the opposite of the one I'm wearing. That's better. Yep.
Yeehaw! So guess what happened? I just realized what happened. Streamlabs decided that the very best frickin' audio driver to use was my virtual like voice mod instead of my actual microphone. My voice mod's not even on.
But it comes from the same source, right? So it probably just registered it as that.
It kind of like, so it comes from the same source, right? But the if the voice mod isn't on, it doesn't send any output. It just detects input, which is stupid. But yeah, so I'm here. I'm queer. Also, Pikachu, I gotta stop you from stealing my brand. I can be the only Pokemon atheist that has bipolar disorder. God damn it! We need another Pokemon battle. God damn.
Yeah.
I know this is totally the wrong game, but fight.
Mortal Kombat Pokemon.
Yeah.
Mortal Pokemon.
Oh god, just imagine like how terrified children would be when they experience a finishing move.
Oh, jeez.
Oh god.
Oh my God.
Their friends that they've grown to love and beat all the
Well-
gyms with just like get massacred.
Just think of this, like, okay, so say for instance you're critiquing somebody like Steven Crowder or something like that, and you make a very big video, like, you do something like you post it, and then you make it as an ad, so he responds to it instantly. And then you have that Pikachu stuff on there, and you have the gay atheist on there, and you have all that stuff on there. And then he sees that. He's not going to respond to the actual context that's in there. He's going to respond to the Pikachu part, to the gay part, to the this part. And guess what that's going to do? That's going to drive all the fucking traffic in the world to your channel. And because you're saying that, because you're doing the stuff that I was saying, like in the quote that I was saying, it changes everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it makes Steven Crowder look like a dumb fucking piece of shit that he is. And everybody fucking realizes it when they see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they see that, hey, the guy who's they see the guy who's actually behind the mask is being fucking serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's kind of like the same tactic I use whenever I respond to the NIFB. I always end my videos with, I'm Jen, the transsexual, pansexual with two dick holes. Because, you know, once you hear that, you know, like, they're not going to respond to anything else I said. They're going to respond to the fact that I have two dick holes and I'm trans.
Yeah. Well, when they see that, when they see that, they respond to the false identity of who you are, of who you're fake, the false identity, not the real identity. You know what I'm saying? So they respond to the Pikachu, but they don't respond to the real person behind it.
I mean, that's why I use avatars, so that I can just say I'm playing a character whenever I say something controversial.
Yeah.
That's what works.
Yeah,
like
it's the
stealing
same.
Vice Rhino's whole brand.
Yeah.
Rhino.
It's that way. It's that way with all these people on fucking Steven Crowder's, people like Crowder's fucking channel and everything. That sit back and say, "Soy boy, beta fag," you know, cuck shit, all that crap like that. That say all that crap like that. It's the same thing with those pieces of shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they can't see past that facade. You know what I'm saying? So all they're doing when they click on there and they're saying, "Hey, you little soy boy piece of shit, you know, fag, blah, 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 blah," and they're actually commenting on there, and then they're hitting dislike, because of the YouTube algorithm, they're sending more stuff your way. And then eventually what happens is, now, you know what happens? It plays into the algorithm, and then people who do see past that stuff, people who see that these people are pieces of crap, start coming in and they start saying, "Whoa, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is some serious shit, you know?
With YouTube, right? Like dislikes count more than likes. All of my popular videos have more dislikes than likes. This is back before I did atheist stuff and I was a shitty commentary channel. And like that stuff blew up. Now I can't get people to like my serious content, which sucks. Well, not like, but like dislike rather.
Yeah.
Go to my channel, dislike all my videos.
Yeah.
I'll send you free cigarettes and Corona, kid.
Oh, there you go, the coronavirus.
No. Corona Extra, the beer.
Hey,
I'm mad.
That shit.
You know what goes good with coronavirus? Lyme disease.
Oh, you're so funny.
Be right back. I gotta pee.
I could make a meme out of that shit and then put Donald Trump's face on it.
No, it would be more fitting if it was Mike Pence, since he's now in charge of disease control, right?
Yeah. You'll put both of them on there. Hey, because it's golden, you know what I'm saying? Put Mike Pence at the bottom because he's in charge of the disease control. Put Donald Trump on the top because his hair is fucking golden. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, no, an even better meme would be if you Photoshop the Shock Top logo to have Donald Trump's face instead of the
Oh God.
the moon.
God. But I mean, it's that's why I mean, this is the point. Like, you just got to own who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the whole process, like sometimes when they call you fag and they call you beta cuck and shit like that, once you say, "Hey, yeah, I'm fucking excited to be a fag. I'm excited to be a, beta cuck, whatever the fuck it is." You know what I'm saying? You say that to them, again, that same thing happens.
Well,
people see it. Like, people fucking change.
People make fun of the fact that I'm a furry, and whenever they do, I just go like, "Oh well, what's this?"
Yeah, but what happens is that when you do that, it makes the person who said it look like I said, like a piece of shit.
Yeah. I find it funny when people call me beta, though. I'm the most based alpha motherfucker you'll ever see.
Hey, I feel the same fucking way. I feel the same fucking way.
I bench press like 15 pounds of Smirnoff vodka a day. Yeah.
Shit.
Actually, no. Someone called me beta once on Twitter. This is back when I had a Twitter. And all I responded with was me crushing a gallon of water in my thighs.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't talk to me ever again, unfortunately. Yeah. Kind of sad. So now that we're done shitting on Neil, hi Neil. Welcome.
I expect no less.
Oh, by the way, speaking of the bandana,
I'd rather go in front of some homophobic bigot and then say, "Yeah, I suck cock and I fucking love it," and then have him, get up there and say, "What?" And then literally, say.
I love it when out. I love it when there's an anti-fur that like tries to step up to me, and I just start singing the Pepper Coyote Blast Radius song. Because there is no cock like horse cock. Send your asshole into shock.
That was the thing. That was what I was gonna say. If Caitlin Bennett, right?
Yeah.
If Caitlin Bennett,
I have no idea who this is.
I was gonna say
you don't know who Gun Girl is?
Joke about it.
I think I do.
I don't mean to bust on Neil about this, but you see, New Orleans has got one of the biggest LGBT pride events in the South, right? That's not during Pride Month, but it's actually one of the biggest LGBT pride events in the South. Period. And with the New Orleans Decadence. Yeah, that bitch. Yeah. And
she looks like a toad.
This was the thing that I was thinking. I said that if I were to go to that event and I knew she was going to be there, and I knew that Liberty Hangout was going to be there, I would literally go on there, and this is what I would say: I would say, how is it me, a gay guy, can take a horse cock in the ass, and then yet her, Caitlin Bennett, a gay guy can take a horse cock in the ass and then still hold his shit, but then her, Caitlin Bennett, can't even hold her own shit. Yeah, can't even hold her own shit, and then she still doesn't have anal sex.
I would just go up to her and say, "So, are you into scat porn, or was that like a one-time
Yeah.
thing?"
And then I would name drop my channel and everything else, just so that way fucking iNumber and all those motherfuckers out there would start, shouting me out and everything.
I think the funniest moment ever, because I responded to Caitlin Bennett on my channel in a live stream, like the video I responded to, she's like going around a campus and she's like, so what do you think if they put condoms in the women's room and tampons in the men's room? And like she asks this to a trans man, and he's like, oh yeah, I use the maxi pads in the front office all the time. I'd love them to be in the men's room. And she just turns and she's like, it's like you can actually hear the "We'll Be Right Back" music from Eric Andre, like do 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 do.
Well, just imagine she goes up and she says that, and I say, "Yeah, I take horse cock in my ass, and I still hold my poo," and then yet she can't take dick in her own ass and then hold poo, and then I name drop my channel and all that shit, and then all of a sudden it goes viral, and everybody on fucking YouTube is saying everything about it,
So someone actually asked her about her shitting herself at the frat party, and she's just like, "Why would you talk about that?" And then she just like she goes like ghost white. And my theory is, because it's only alleged, but there's some truth there.
Yeah,
there's got to be.
Well, if she responds like that, I would imagine there might be.
Well, the thing is, Philip DeFranco responded to her. Philip DeFranco responded to her. Yeah. iNumber responded to her. Fucking Sam Collins responded to her. I could just go through the names of fucking channels that had almost a million subscribers that responded to her. So, like, if I did that and they responded to her again, and now they were shouting me out, just think of all the fucking shit that I would be getting on my channel. You know what I'm saying? God, I'd be a fucking, YouTube star, like, fucking overnight with that shit,
Yeah. One thing I was planning on doing for a video was
she's a fucking nutter. Sorry.
So
I'm kind of looking
remember when the NIFB was gonna have like a sermon in Orlando on the anniversary of the shooting? Well, no, they actually did it.
Yeah.
But I was okay. So I lived in Orlando at the time, right? I was planning on going undercover as like I was even gonna dress up as the villain from Far Cry 5 just because I have the hair for it. Like maybe grow out a beard or something, and like just like walk in there and like try to like sneakily film everything that went on and then respond to it.
Yeah.
But I decided I don't want to get shot and I don't want to get stabbed. So I didn't do it. I had a poll on my channel for a while, but people were like telling me in DMs, "Yo, if you do this, you're gonna. It's just not good. It's not a good idea." I don't understand people like Caitlin Bennett or the NIFB who do things just to stir up shit, Like, that's like the least likely way to get someone to see your cause.
Yeah.
If you piss them off, they're not going to listen to what you say, It's like you have to...
No.
Yeah,
that's why I choose to be, like, entertaining rather than, like browbeating.
Well, is that what you think you are?
But you see, here's
have you
the
even
thing.
seen one of my videos, Neil?
Yes,
I feel as though we're fake
See,
friends.
here's the thing. Because I also know Atheist Rationale, who knows...
Shay?
I know Shay, who knows Cirrus. And I've talked to Cirrus before. And Cirrus knows Vosh. And Vosh knows Hassan and all them people, right? The thing is that, and those people they do a lot of the shit, critiquing people like Caitlin Bennett and all that shit all the fucking time. And the thing is that once I would do that shit, what I just said, they too would be responding to it. And the likelihood is if I number and the rest of them responded to it and then started shouting me out, the thing is it would have a trickle down effect because there's that network. And everybody in the network would start getting traffic.
The whole thing about that is, like, one thing I've noticed is you can have a plan to try to blow up and, like, something could go wrong or it just doesn't turn out the way.
Wrong, yeah.
YouTube is stupid like that, honestly, because, like, I've had some videos where, like, I'm really proud of this, and then I have, like, maybe, like, 20 views on it, and then, like, I have videos where I basically plagiarize Mystery Science Theater, and I think it's one of my highest fucking rated videos, and it's so stupid, and it's like, why is YouTube like this? Show what I'm proud of, don't show what I hate. You assholes, you bunch of monkeys, you fucking robots.
But because me and Atheist Rationale, Shay, are real good friends and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? We got that network and everything. It would just start. It would just start, building around the cherry horse. You know what I'm saying?
Funny thing about Shay, Shay's the one who got me into the atheist community. And like when I first started talking to Shay, I didn't know Shay very well, and like I was like, oh god, my latest video was me coming out as trans. How is Shay going to react to this? Because at the time Shay wasn't out of a closet. I'm just like looking back on it, I'm just like laughing my ass off. I'm like, oh.
Well, I mean, like you can imagine doing that sort of shit, like what Shay would respond to, how Shay would feel about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Seeing that too, So
Shay's really sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's cool.
She was on my show a long time back.
Yeah, back when she had her other channel. She needs to start making content again. I miss her. I miss her like poorly keyed out green screen.
Dude. Right? Dude, Neil, we need to get Shay in one of these after parties again. You know
she hasn't been in one for a while, but
I know.
I know she's really busy, and that's usually why. But like, I haven't actually been in a voice call with Shay in a while either. That makes me sad.
Fuck, I agree. Rory's led quite the interesting life and needs to write a book. Apparently, went to the same school as James Blunt and Winston Churchill, which is, I can't remember. I just looked it up and I can't remember the name. I found the common school. I think it was high school. Anyway.
Oh, shit.
My hair's still not dry enough for me to take this bandana off. Fuck my life.
You just run around in circles really fast. Might dry it. If you're like me, I haven't used a hairdryer since 1988.
See, I think it's kind of weird because, like, nowadays, you see, like, churches will sit back and complain all the time about how there's things like tampons in the men's bathroom and nobody says shit about it. But then all of a sudden, some dipshit like Caitlin Bennett goes out and complains about tampons in the men's bathroom, and it gets fucking millions and millions and millions of fucking views, and it goes everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
It all goes back to the great Christian persecution, right? Like, modern day Christians have this complex of wanting to be the victim, right? They want to believe. Because now the church is like losing power faster than ever, both to us, the atheists, and to Islam, and because of that, like they'll find any way they can to make themselves look like they're being disenfranchised, including saying that the fact that they can't be bigoted and the fact that they no longer have like obvious power in the government means that they're being discriminated against. Like think about this: because they don't have the right to discriminate people in a public way, they are not being discriminated against, right? It goes back to like if you can remember like the whole like same-sex marriage thing, and when that I mean it's still a controversy to some crazy loony like evangelicals, but then like right when the bill was first being passed, like fucking like every Christian and their grandma was like saying, "Oh, Christians are being discriminated against. We're the ones who came up with church.
They cry persecution all the time.
We're the ones who came up with marriage in the church, and you know, it
they weren't.
a union."
No,
they but like they're so like, I hate to say like uneducated, but in this sense, I mean like in the ignorant sense, like uneducated in this aspect. That they fully believe their own lie, you know. They believe
it's not their own lie that they believe. It's they were told this by
they
people
were
right?
They were raised and trained kind of in that lie.
Well, I mean, I know because like I used to be a Methodist, so yeah, I definitely know about like growing up. Like
what
I went to.
Sorry.
The irony is my name is
scientific Christian community. Sorry.
My legal name is Gabriel Joseph, and for like pre-kindergarten, I went to a church for school.
Yeah.
And now I have this, and I'm trans. Like,
you're the ideal person they were talking about.
Yeah.
I'm the second coming of Christ. I'm here to lead my people out of Christianity.
That's kind of interesting, though, dude. I mean, you're. Well, not dude. I mean,
dude is gender neutral. It's fine.
Yeah. I've always thought
it's kind of interesting that you're using your dead name, though, dude.
I'm just like bringing it up because of the irony. But honestly, I don't get too hung up if someone misgenders me, like either out of bigotry or out of a mistake. You know, I'm not going to attack them if.
I'm sure it's mostly from a mistake. That's all.
Mostly, but then also I'm in a lot of Christian debate servers, so
fair enough.
There's also, but I don't tell them my real name, obviously. So they don't have that weapon against me. They're just like, oh, I mean, I guess I'll call you a Dead City, but I'm not going to call you Jen. It's like both names, you know.
Yeah.
It's just
like
labels.
this. Why do priests need condoms? I think I had a pretty good answer. Holy water balloons.
I thought you were going to go somewhere darker with that.
No, I try to keep it light sometimes because we tend to go down those dark paths all the time. So,
well, I guess it was a good thing that Dick wasn't in here right now.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine where he would have taken that.
Yeah.
Why do priests need condoms? Well, there's a whole movie and documentary based on the exact reason for that.
Priests need tampons in the bathrooms.
Hey, they get nosebleeds. Believe me, they work. I've used them for that. They work fucking great.
Yeah. Oh shit. But yeah, and two, there's another thing that the churches don't know how to. They haven't made the transition like the people like Steven Crowder and all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They haven't made that transition the same way that like Fox News and the rest of them have made the transition to this really new kind of bigotry that's going on. You know what I mean? So they're just not, or this kind of bigotry that is not as religious. You know what I mean?
It's just it's out more. There's more people that are saying, I'm not going to hide it anymore.
It's not as secular. It's not as religious. I meant to say. I meant not as religious. You know what I'm saying?
I would argue against. I would argue against the notion that it's not religious because the bigotry we see nowadays is based in politics, but you always see it with the authoritarian right, which has always classically been heavily Christian, if not Christian, definitely Abrahamic in nature. And so it's kind of like when pedophiles rebranded to pedosexual, right?
But
it's still religious bigotry. It's just now they're trying to pass it off
religious bigotry, but it's not masquerading itself behind the pulpit. You know what I'm saying? It's
now
going
they're using
itself,
figureheads and politicians.
It's going itself on politics. You know what I'm saying?
Like circling back to Caitlin Bennett, it's not
that's
that,
what it's doing.
It's not that the Bible says it's wrong. It's that states should have the choice to. Shut the fuck up.
It's not. Bennett. Yeah, it's not that the Bible says it's wrong now. It's that biology says it is that it's against
there's
biology.
also the people who misconstrued science and have no idea what the fuck they're trying. That's why I've been targeting fucking Eric Hovind. Because of his Young Earth Creation what is it, Creation Today Ministries, that's what it's called, and all of his videos where he tries to make Young Earth creationism scientific, and it just blows my mind on how someone could be that stupid. Or I also covered a video from, I don't know if you know, the Big Bang Theory versus the Bible YouTube channel. I've
never heard of it. Is this a thing?
Yeah, it's an advertisement for a book of the same name, written by John S. Pennington.
Yeah,
and the YouTube channel is run by him. I highly recommend looking at that channel because it's so fucking stupid. The video I responded to, he was trying to equate protons, neutrons, and electrons to God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. The entire thing was like a fever dream. I thought I was back to my high school days of being high 24/7. I was I couldn't even imagine this shit.
Just fucking real.
I couldn't imagine this shit if I took 20 tabs of acid and smoked a bong.
I can't take acid because of this stuff.
Really?
There's no way I can do it because it will screw up everything.
Because I heard that they used to use that to try and stabilize that sort of.
Yeah, but you have to be careful. You have to be careful with it, and you have to go with the psychologist and the neurologist.
You got to be monitored, I guess.
The thing with THC and a lot of mood stabilizers is that there's not a lot of testing.
Yeah.
That's not to say that there's any proof that it's harmful. It's just also that there's no proof that it's not harmful, and they like to err on the side of caution. However, I plan on in the near future, because there's a Curaleaf up the street, getting a medical card just because my paranoia, insomnia is getting too much.
You might have schizophrenia.
No, I just have severe.
If you have paranoia, if you have paranoia and you have insomnia, there might be other side effects related to underlying side effects related to it. And what it is that it has to do with an epigenetic switch. And
mine stems from mine stems from since I'm severe type 2 bipolar, which is better than being
you might have schizoid affective then.
Type 1 is what my mom is.
You might have schizoid affective.
Maybe.
Yeah. I would talk with the doctor about that sort of stuff, and then see if they can get you scheduled to see a psychiatrist if that's necessary.
I mean, I have a regular psychiatrist and a psychologist.
If it gets real bad, if it gets really bad, talk to your primary care doctor first, because you can't go just straight in and see a psychiatrist. Talk to your primary care doctor first. You
have to be referred.
Talk to your primary care doctor first, see if she can get a referral, and then get you to the psychiatrist. You know what I'm saying?
I'll look into it, but honestly, everything my psychiatrist has told me is that
you already got it.
Yeah, I have a psychiatrist and a dedicated psychologist. Right? But what my psychiatrist has told me is just that some people with severe bipolar show symptoms like paranoia, insomnia, and honestly, the insomnia comes from the fact that I just have a really screwed up circadian rhythm where my body's hey, it's nighttime, time to be awake. Hey, it's daytime, go the fuck to sleep.
I was like that for years.
Yeah.
I worked graveyards for years too, so that's probably what set that in motion.
Wait, you were? Oh, I've always wanted to work in a graveyard. God.
No,
Do
graveyard
you,
shift.
do you
Not
do any
in a
kind of like?
graveyard.
Do you do any
Man, I
kind
want
of
to be
like?
like a.
Do you do any kind of like sleep talking? Like talk yourself to sleep and all that?
I
How
don't
would you
talk
know?
myself to sleep, but I have been told several times
That's.
whenever I hang out with people
Mm-hmm.
that sometimes in the middle of the night I'll make
Mm-hmm.
demonic sounds.
Yeah, I've been told I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Not quite demonic,
Like,
but
Well,
I chitter and stuff.
one of the
someone,
big, one of the major side effects with schizophrenia is that the brain is working so fast. It's rapid. It's rapid.
Rapid fire.
Yeah. It's basically what's
That's what
going
your
on. It's
neurons
working
do.
so fast and so quickly that you can't control your thoughts as easily. So what happens is that you start when you start thinking of things like sometimes like you'll see people who are schizophrenic. Like you remember how they had the Bluetooth things that used to hang on the people used to wear on their side of their ear and all that stuff,
yeah.
and they would whatever, and it'd just be looking like they're talking to themselves. Well, you imagine if you imagine that without the Bluetooth thing, a schizophrenic looks like that
Mm.
because they're sitting there constantly talking to themselves and everything. And then one of the other side effects that they don't always report on is that the sleep talking, which means they talk themselves to sleep sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Or they talk themselves during the REM sleep process. They start talking. They start either talking or they start thinking in the process because they can't control the thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Honestly, like I'll look into it, but I wouldn't consider what I do like sleep talking
Yeah.
because I heard a recording of it. My friends thought it was fucking hilarious, and
Yeah.
literally just sounded like.
Yeah.
I was like speaking parcel
No,
tongue to
no,
myself.
it's
You're
basically like
Pentecostal. You're speaking in
demons.
tongues.
it's basically described like this. It's basically described like this. So if I think of something like Medicare for all or any sort of topic, I may think of that topic and then continue to think of that topic and then just like constantly, constantly try to figure out different situations and different elements of that topic and constantly try to develop elements around that topic consistently, all throughout the whatever. And the thing is that when you're trying to sleep, it's when you're trying to sleep, you're doing what's called philosophizing, and you're doing that sleep talking. And what happens is that as you're I don't know how to say it, but as you're trying to sleep as a schizophrenic, you're also still thinking about different, complex structures and different things like this and whatever have you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why, like, when you see people who go schizophrenic, who go paranoid, and there's another side effect with pareidolia, which is where they have, which is where they're going and they're connecting the dots and et cetera, and they're trying to connect dots between conspiracies and stuff and shit. And there's a side effect with that because they're constantly trying to, they're constantly trying to mechanicalize and then think about, trying to develop connections between different things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a process of where they're constantly philosophizing over these elements, and they're not really going to sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where the medications like antipsychotic medications come in, they're supposed to come in, and they're supposed to play an effect to help slow that process. To be honest with you, I gotta go take them now.
Me before, it used to take me like an hour to go to sleep, and now I'm taking melatonin, and it helps me so much.
Yeah, well,
I've taken melatonin before, but like, so what happens is like it doesn't just put me to sleep. When I wake up, I feel like I'm dying.
Well, when you're schizophrenic and so forth, melatonin doesn't work. Period.
Well, then I'm probably not schizophrenic because it works overtime on me. Like I'll take a small dosage and like shit. Like I'll wake up and I feel like I got hit by a train being thrown by Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I usually take
it's basically described like this: like I can go to bed and sit there, think about sheep jumping over the fence in a meditative state, just jumping over a fence, and then like 17. By the time that the seventh trillionth sheep has jumped over the fence. My mom is walking in the door at 7:00 in the morning. The dog's coming in my room, licking me, and then she's taking a shower, and I still haven't passed the REM sleep.
I just saw something. I needed to take my sleep medication soon, and by sleep medication I mean Smirnoff. So,
well, I got it. It's my nephew's 10th birthday, so I'm going to go meet my sister and everyone pretty quicker. I told her I'd be done around 7ish, and then heading out towards there to meet them. So, and it's now 7:07 p.m. my time.
Yeah,
and she just texted me saying that they just started ordering food. So, I have to go.
That's to explain how schizophrenia is. That's with the insomnia. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then when you have it combined with autism, when you look at the effects of autism has an effect also on REM sleep where it distorts REM sleep as well. So they both combined can distort REM sleep. So they can actually have a cocktail. How should I say? A cocktail sort of a cocktail effect. Yeah. Unless the schizoid affective is the main disability, and the ASD is just there because of the schizophrenia. Because a lot of times the ASD and things like ADD may be there because of the different effects of the schizophrenia.
I just realized I could do in my hair.
Make a beard.
What is oh my god, what is up, Drum Alert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news.
I'm not too big of a fan of him either.
Me either.
I hate Killer Keem. Anyways, you gotta go, Neil. You gotta go. You don't want to miss your nephew's birthday party. You gotta
10-0. The big 10-0. I told him, you're hitting double digits. All right.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's a long time before I hit triple. Anyway, all right. Well, thanks you guys for jumping in with me. Pikachu, we'll talk about the whole Marlene Winnell thing with you and stuff like that, and we'll see if we can't get something arranged.
I would like to get something arranged probably for...
You were saying August before, so...
August 8th?
8th? Yeah, I've got that written down in my notes, so I'll see if I can't make something happen.
All right.
And as the late, great Christopher Hitchens once said, it's called faith because it's not knowledge.
There you go, guys. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in.
All right.
No need to... So he steals the outro and then calls me a bitch, too.
And then maybe we can actually... Maybe because that's another scheduled day for for deconversion sort of stuff, maybe we can actually do another after party with Dr. Marlene Winnell and, us and that too,
Well, she already had her deconversion story on my show.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know she did, So
yeah, she did.
I would have been in it, Shit.
Yeah, that would have been the perfect opportunity, actually.
Yeah.
But I'm sure she'll come in and say, and at least hear what you have to say, dude. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't just ignore people, right? So.
Yeah.
All right. Until next time, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you guys do like what I do, there are links below how you can help out the show any way you can. It would be always appreciated. Love you guys, and we'll see you guys next time. Like the late great. Oh, you already said that shit, so I don't even need to. See you guys next time.
Yeah.